Did you know that hidden within the numbers that surround you lies a powerful secret that could completely transform your understanding of balance and harmony in life? The ancient wisdom of numerology holds surprising truths about duality numbers that few people are aware of, yet these insights have been guiding spiritual seekers for centuries. Today, I'm going to reveal how numbers like 2 and 11 hold the key to finding perfect equilibrium in your life, bringing you inner peace and spiritual fulfillment that you may have been searching for. Imagine discovering that these special numbers have been influencing your life's journey all along, quietly guiding you toward balance even during the most chaotic times. This isn't just another theory. We're exploring profound universal principles that span across Buddhist teachings, ancient wisdom traditions, and modern numerology. If you believe that nothing happens by accident and that the universe communicates through patterns and symbols, you're about to discover something truly life-changing. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more spiritual insights that can transform your daily life. Leave a comment with the affirmation, "I embrace balance and harmony in all aspects of my life," to begin attracting these energies immediately. Now let's explore the fascinating world of duality numbers together. Throughout history, certain numbers have been recognized as carriers of specific energies and vibrations. Among these, duality numbers stand out for their unique ability to represent balance, harmony, and the perfect union of opposing forces. The most significant duality numbers in numerology are 2 and 11, each carrying powerful vibrations that can help us navigate the complexities of our existence. The number 2 is the primary symbol of duality in numerology. Unlike the singular energy of 1, which represents beginnings and individuality, 2 embodies partnership, diplomacy, and the delicate dance between opposing forces. In Buddhist philosophy, this number resonates deeply with the concept of the middle way, finding balance between extremes rather than swinging from one pole to another. Think about how many aspects of our lives exist in pairs: day and night, masculine and feminine, work and rest, material and spiritual. The energy of 2 teaches us that true harmony comes not from eliminating one side of these pairs, but from finding the perfect balance between them. When the number 2 appears repeatedly in your life, perhaps in addresses, phone numbers, or significant dates, it's often a sign that you need to pay attention to balance in your relationships and decision-making processes. This number reminds us that cooperation is more powerful than conflict, and that sometimes the wisest path lies in compassionate compromise rather than stubborn insistence on our own way. Now, let's explore the fascinating number 11, which is considered a master number in numerology. Unlike regular numbers, master numbers aren't reduced to a single digit, as they carry special significance and enhanced power. The number 11 combines the initiating energy of 1 with itself, creating a powerful gateway between the mundane and the spiritual realms. It represents intuition, spiritual insight, and enlightenment. In many spiritual traditions, 11 is seen as a number of transformation and higher awareness, the ability to see beyond normal human limitations into deeper truths. The fascinating aspect of 11 is that it contains duality, 1 and 1, while also representing a higher spiritual unity. In Buddhist teachings, this parallels the concept that while we may perceive the world as full of separate, distinct elements, at a higher level of consciousness, we recognize the fundamental unity and interconnectedness of all things. When 11 appears prominently in your life, it often signals that you're being called to find balance between your practical, everyday existence and your spiritual nature. Did you know that both 2 and 11 are deeply connected to your inner peace? The energy of these numbers teaches us that true serenity doesn't come from escaping life's challenges, but from finding equilibrium within them. Think of balance not as a static state, but as a dynamic, constantly adjusting process, much like a tightrope walker who makes countless small adjustments to maintain their position on the rope. Ancient Buddhist teachings suggest that life's suffering often comes from our attachment to extremes, desiring only pleasure and rejecting pain, clinging to things we want and pushing away things we don't. The wisdom of duality numbers reminds us that embracing both sides of any experience is the path to genuine peace. Just as day needs night and inhaling requires exhaling, our lives need both joy and sorrow, success and failure, to be complete and meaningful. To understand how these duality numbers are specifically influencing your life, you might want to calculate your life path number, which is derived from your birth date. If your life path number reduces to 2 or 11, you're especially aligned with the energies of balance and harmony. Those with a life path 2 are natural peacemakers, diplomats and mediators who instinctively understand the importance of cooperation and partnership. They excel at seeing multiple perspectives and finding common ground between opposing viewpoints. If you have a life path 11, you're a spiritual visionary with heightened intuition and sensitivity, often feeling pulled between the practical world and spiritual realms. However, even if these aren't your life path numbers, you can still harness the energies of 2 and 11 to create more balance in your daily life. Let me share some practical ways to do this. First, create physical reminders of duality and balance in your living space. You might place pairs of objects on your altar or meditation space, 2 candles, 2 crystals, or 2 plants. This simple act helps attune your consciousness to the energy of balanced duality. Many Buddhist practitioners use this technique with paired objects to remind themselves of the harmonious nature of existence. Second, practice the 2 minutes, 2 perspectives meditation. When facing a difficult decision or conflict, take 2 minutes to fully immerse yourself in one perspective, then another 2 minutes to completely embody the opposing viewpoint. This practice, inspired by the energy of number 2, helps develop empathy and a more balanced understanding of complex situations. Third, use the power of 1111 for spiritual alignment. Many people notice this time on clocks and consider it a spiritual sign. When you see 1111, take a moment to pause and realign yourself with your higher purpose. Use this moment to set intentions for greater balance and harmony in your life. This practice connects you with the gateway energy of 11, bridging your everyday awareness with spiritual insight. Fourth, create a duality journal where you explore the complementary opposites in your life. For each aspect you write down, such as work, also explore its opposite, such as rest. Reflect on how these apparently conflicting elements actually support and enhance each other when properly balanced. This journaling practice helps you recognize and appreciate the necessary duality in all aspects of life. The ancient Buddhist teaching of the middle path aligns perfectly with the wisdom of duality numbers. This philosophy suggests that spiritual enlightenment comes not from extreme asceticism or indulgence, but from finding the balanced path between them. Similarly, numbers 2 and 11 remind us that inner peace comes from embracing both sides of our nature, the light and shadow, strength and vulnerability, certainty and doubt. Consider how these duality numbers might be appearing in your dreams or meditation experiences. Many spiritual seekers report seeing patterns of 2s or 11s during significant periods of personal growth or when they're being called to create more balance in their lives. These numerical synchronicities aren't mere coincidences, but meaningful communications from your higher self or spiritual guides. One particularly powerful practice for working with the energy of duality numbers involves the breath, the most fundamental rhythm of duality in our physical existence. Try a simple meditation where you count your breaths in pairs. Inhale on 1, exhale on 2, and continue this pattern while visualizing yourself absorbing and releasing universal energy. This breathing practice helps synchronize your energy with the balanced vibration of duality numbers, creating harmony between your physical and spiritual nature. Throughout different cultures and spiritual traditions, we find references to the power of duality. In Taoism, the concept of yin and yang represents complementary forces that create wholeness through their union. In Hindu philosophy, the divine is often represented as having both masculine and feminine aspects. These traditions, like the wisdom of duality numbers, remind us that opposing forces aren't truly in conflict, but are different expressions of the same underlying reality. The influence of duality numbers extends beyond personal spiritual growth to affect our relationships as, well, number 2 is strongly associated with partnerships of all kinds, romantic relationships, business collaborations, and friendships. When we embrace the balanced energy of 2, we learn to value both autonomy and connection, speaking and listening, giving and receiving. Relationships flourish when both parties understand this dance of duality, rather than demanding that everything happen on their terms. Number 11, as a master number, brings a spiritual dimension to our connections with others. It reminds us that authentic relationships involve not just practical considerations, but soul-level recognition and growth. When you approach your important relationships with the wisdom of number 11, you see beyond surface-level interactions to the deeper purpose of your connection, the ways you're meant to help each other evolve spiritually. Now, let's address some of the challenges that can arise when duality numbers are prominent in your life. Those strongly influenced by the energy of 2 may sometimes struggle with indecisiveness, trying so hard to see all perspectives that they have difficulty taking clear action. If you recognize this pattern in yourself, remember that balance doesn't mean endless deliberation. It means thoughtful consideration, followed by aligned action. For those resonating with the master number 11, the challenge often involves living between worlds, feeling the pull of spiritual awareness while navigating practical daily responsibilities. This can sometimes lead to a sense of not fully belonging anywhere. If this describes your experience, try to see this dual awareness not as a burden, but as a gift that allows you to bridge different realms of existence, bringing spiritual insights into everyday life. Another fascinating aspect of duality numbers is their connection to natural cycles. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, and seasons transition from one to another, our lives move through periods of expansion and contraction, activity and rest. By observing these natural patterns, we gain wisdom about the necessary balance of opposing energies. Nothing in nature exists in a state of perpetual summer or endless winter. Everything moves through cycles of duality. When we resist these natural rhythms, we create suffering. When we flow with them, we find peace. Consider keeping a small token or crystal associated with duality numbers with you as a physical reminder of balance. Clear quartz and moonstone are particularly aligned with the energy of number 2, while amethyst and labradorite resonate with the intuitive vibrations of 11. Having these tangible reminders can help ground these abstract numerical energies into your daily experience. Many people find it helpful to use affirmations based on duality numbers to reinforce balanced consciousness. Phrases like, "I embrace both light and shadow within myself," or "I navigate life's dualities with grace and wisdom," can help reprogram subconscious patterns that might be keeping you stuck in extremes rather than flowing in balance. The wisdom of duality numbers also appears in major life transitions. Periods of significant change often bring the challenge of holding 2 realities simultaneously, what was and what is becoming. During these times, consciously working with the energies of 2 and 11 can help you maintain equilibrium while embracing transformation. Rather than clinging to the old or rushing headlong into the new, you learn to stand in the balanced middle point, honouring both where you've been and where you're going. Have you ever noticed that moments of profound peace often come when opposing aspects of your life fall into perfect alignment? This state, what Buddhists might call the middle way, isn't about compromising or diluting either extreme, but about finding the dynamic point where both can coexist in harmony. Duality numbers guide us toward this state of equilibrium, showing us that inner peace isn't found by eliminating life's contrasts, but by dancing gracefully between them. Let's take a moment to address a common misconception. Balance doesn't mean giving equal time or energy to everything. True balance, as taught by duality numbers, is about right relationship and appropriate proportion. Just as a well-composed piece of music doesn't give equal emphasis to all notes, but creates harmony through their proper arrangement, a balanced life requires wisdom about when to emphasize certain elements and when to let others recede temporarily into the background. The vibrational energy of duality numbers can be particularly helpful during times of conflict or polarization. When you find yourself caught in binary thinking, seeing situations as absolutely right or wrong, good or bad, the wisdom of 2 and 11 invites you to look deeper, to find the connecting threads between seemingly opposed positions. This doesn't mean abandoning your values or principles, but rather expanding your perspective to see the larger context in which different viewpoints make sense. Many spiritual teachers throughout history have embodied the wisdom of duality numbers. They've shown us how to live with both feet on the ground while keeping our awareness open to higher dimensions, how to be fully engaged with the world while maintaining inner detachment, how to speak truth with both strength and compassion. These masters demonstrate that spiritual maturity isn't about escaping to one extreme, but about integrating apparent opposites into a more expansive consciousness. As we approach the end of our exploration, I want to emphasize that working with duality numbers isn't about achieving some perfect static state of balance. Rather, it's about developing the flexibility and awareness to continually readjust as life circumstances change. Like a skilled surfer who constantly shifts position to stay on the wave, we learn to make moment-by-moment adjustments to maintain our equilibrium amidst life's ever-changing conditions. The power of duality numbers reminds us that harmony isn't something we find outside ourselves, but something we cultivate within. By consciously working with the energies of 2 and 11, we develop an internal compass that guides us toward balance even in challenging circumstances. We become less reactive to external events and more responsive to our inner wisdom, less swayed by temporary emotions and more anchored in enduring peace. Remember that incorporating the wisdom of duality numbers into your life is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you feel perfectly balanced, and others when you struggle to find your center. This too is part of the natural duality of existence. The key is not perfection, but awareness. The willingness to notice when you've moved too far toward one extreme, and the wisdom to gently guide yourself back toward center. As we conclude, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on where you might need more balance in your life right now. Is there an area where you've been dwelling in extremes, all work and no rest, all giving and no receiving, all thinking and no feeling? How might the wisdom of duality numbers help you restore harmony to this aspect of your experience? Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your insights in the comments below. Your journey with the energy of duality numbers is just beginning, and I look forward to exploring more spiritual wisdom with you in future videos. Until next time, may you walk the middle path with grace and awareness, finding perfect balance in all aspects of your life. And now, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel the harmonizing energy of duality numbers spreading throughout your being, bringing all aspects of yourself into perfect alignment. With each breath, you're coming closer to the balanced state that is your natural inheritance, not through struggle or forced effort, but through gentle awareness and loving acceptance of life's beautiful dualities. By incorporating the wisdom of numbers 2 and 11 into your daily consciousness, you open yourself to a more peaceful, harmonious way of being. You begin to see that the challenges you face aren't obstacles to peace, but invitations to discover a deeper equilibrium. You recognize that the very tensions and polarities that once caused you stress can, when properly understood, become the foundation for profound spiritual growth and lasting inner harmony. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the wisdom of duality numbers. May you carry this understanding with you, allowing it to illuminate your path and bring greater balance to every aspect of your life. Until we meet again, remain in the perfect harmony of the middle way, embracing the beautiful dance of duality that makes our human experience so rich and meaningful.